Friends,
The Jewish Center of Kew Garden Hills, Rabbi Moshe Birnbaum.
I don't know what has transpired so far, but I'm sure it's appropriate. I know today we're memorializing the, I believe, Jeff, you told me is 15 of the victims.
15, right.
15 of the victims of the Triangle Shirtwaist factory fire. And of course we should have in our minds too, as I recite prayers, the others, over 130, over 120, the other remainder of the 146 who were buried elsewhere. I also I was listening to one program this morning, and the gentleman mentioned that the fire took place on a Sabbath, on Shabbat. Today is Erev Shabbat. And it struck me, and during the program they mentioned also that one of the factory workers was saved because she went to a picnic instead at the last minute, but she was a descendant of a famous Hasidic Rebbe, and struck me the pressures on immigrants, not Jewish immigrants, other immigrants, to change their life to accommodate a certain philosophy of work in America. People came here thinking this was the golden land, and in many ways it was. The food was better, there was more opportunity, but they gave up a lot. They gave up a lot of their traditions, they gave up a lot of their familial relations, and I thought how poignantly ironic that this conflagration, which was literally and figuratively the spark that set off all sorts of reforms in the workplace, ultimately made it much easier for people to have a 5-day weekend to keep the Jewish Sabbath. So that was something thought that I wanted to share with you. And now I would like to ask you all to join me. It's traditional when you come to a grave to recite what we call a Kapitel Tehillim, a chapter from the Psalms, and then to recite a memorial prayer. And I'm going to recite a special memorial prayer for the victims. But first of all, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for His name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for Thou art with me. Thy rod and Thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And now the memorial prayer. Rachamim shochen bamromim hamtzei menucha nechona tachat kanfei hashchina b'ma'alot kedoshim utehorim kezoar arakia mazidim et nishmat hakorbanot shenisrefu, shenechneku, shenidrishu, shenaflu limitatam, bebeit haroshet triangle lifnei mea shana, began Eden tehei menuchatam, ana ba'al harachamim, Hastireim b'seter knafecha le'alamim utzeror b'tzeror achayim et nishmotehem Adonai hu nachalatam v'tanuchu b'shalom al mishkavotehem v'nomar Amen. O God, exalted and full of compassion, grant perfect peace in your sheltering presence among the holy and pure souls that shine as the brilliant firmament. Grant all this to the souls of the victims, the sacrificial offerings who were burnt, who were asphyxiated, who were trampled, who were crushed, who fell to their deaths and splattered on the streets of our city, but who ultimately went back to you, their eternal home. Master of mercy, we beseech you, remember all the worthy and righteous deeds that they performed in the land of the living. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life, especially through the loving memories we have of them and the righteous actions that we will continue to perform in their memory, particularly in safeguarding the workplace. For you, God, are their portion. May they rest in eternal peace, and let us all say amen.
We have the young people like to have two individuals step forward and to say a few words. Once it's Vincent Arcuri, who's chair of Community Board number 5.